Okay, I've been theorizing, I've been decoding, I've been decrypting, I've been watching Star Wars back to back the entire series for the past week straight, and I think I've finally discovered the actual meaning behind the lightsaber colors that we see in the movies. The lightsaber colors, which are canon to the Star Wars films, are blue, red, green, and yellow. I've thought back to like everything in history, everything in time and space and entertainment, and I've discovered that there's a connection. The Star Wars colors of the Star Wars lightsabers can be tied directly to the Teletubbies. Each one is based off of a different Teletubby. Alright, let's break it down. Tinky Winky, the blue Teletubby, is the blue lightsaber. He's the righteous leader of the group, the one who advocates for justice, and he has a triangular antenna to represent strength. Dipsy, the green Teletubby, is the green lightsaber. He's the wise and centered member of the group with the demeanor of a master Jedi, his straight antenna representing his oneness with the Force and all beings. Lala, the yellow Teletubby, is the yellow lightsaber. She's the bright positive one that focuses on protection and defense. Her curly antenna representing a balance between light and dark. Of course, the yellow lightsaber of the Sentinels. And of course, Poe, the red Teletubby, is the red lightsaber. The shortest and most envious of the Teletubbies. Blinded by rage, Poe spends most of her time plotting revenge against the other Teletubbies, hoping to one day slaughter them all and take power fully for herself. If this hasn't sold you on the theory just yet, okay, I can go even further. I believe that the Teletubbies themselves exist within the Star Wars universe. Teletubby Land, where they live, I believe, is a distant and ancient planet that is far off somewhere in the Star Wars galaxy. The Teletubbies are obviously alien creatures who are no strangers to technology. As you can see, they have televisions implanted in their bodies. They're constantly using technology and even own a sentient vacuum cleaner, which is essentially just a droid. And if you look closer, it's actually probably an early model of an R2 unit. The Teletubbies planet themselves is a very special and significant sun. It's a sun with the face of a baby. And as you know, special suns are very significant in the Star Wars universe, as Luke's planet of Tatooine had twin suns. This is no different other than the fact that it's just a baby. And not twins. It was only one. They only gave birth to one son, apparently, in this part of the galaxy. So now that we've established that the Teletubbies exist within the Star Wars universe, I can tell you exactly how important they are to the history and lore of Star Wars. I believe that the Teletubbies have been tied to the lightsaber colors because they are actually ancient masters, the first race to be able to use the Force and have formed the ways of the Jedi. The lightsabers were colored in order to honor the ancient ways of the ancient original Force masters, the Teletubbies. If you go even further, it becomes clear that Yoda's race, Yoda is a Teletubby. That is where Yoda came from. If you just look at the Teletubbies, their small faces, their elongated ears, they are essentially Yoda. Yoda is a Teletubby, which would make sense as to why Yoda and his race are so in tune with the Force and its teachings, is because his ancestors or him himself was an original creator of such teachings. I mean, just look at the Teletubbies' home in the show. It is clearly closely constructed to that of Yoda's hut on Dagobah. While the interior is much more high-tech, it even itself lends more to the theory, as it looks like a cantina that can be found somewhere else in the Star Wars galaxy. The Teletubbies look exactly like Yoda in pretty much every way, except for the fact that they have an antenna. Which brings me to believe and to theorize that Dipsy, the green Teletubby, is actually a younger Yoda, which would make the Teletubbies TV show a prequel to the entirety of the Star Wars canon. I believe at some point that Dipsy was cast out of the Teletubbies tribe for unknown reasons, and his antenna was removed as punishment. I believe he drifted through the galaxy until finding new life forms on new planets and began teaching them the ways of the Force. Now as an elder, he's older and wrinkled and his ears are longer and he looks almost undistinguishable from a Teletubby, except if we were able to maybe see the TV screen that is embedded in his chest. But as we know, we never see topless Yoda. Yoda never takes his shirt off. He's incredibly self-conscious about his body. Yoda is a disgraced and banished Dipsy that is wandering the galaxy, teaching people the ways of the Force. That is just clearly what it is. He tried to pass on the ways of his people by forming the Jedi Order and remembering his brethren through the creation of 4 sacred and meaningful lightsaber colors. I'm gonna go even far as to say that this is now an official theory. There's too many facts. Yoda is actually Dipsy the Teletubby. Teletubbies are canon to Star Wars as a prequel, as the origin of the Force and the origin of the Jedi, and the origin of the 4 lightsaber colors. I will be writing a formal letter to George Lucas and to Lucasfilms to notify them that I have cracked the code, I have cracked the case, and they should note this down as part of Star Wars lore officially, as part of the canon. I'm looking forward to future Star Wars storylines in the next generation of movies that involve the return of the ancient Sith Master Darth Poe and his battle with the Force Ghost of Tinky Winky. Hashtag Dipsy is Yoda. Hashtag Teletubbies Star Wars connected universe. Hashtag fuck off.